Hello everyone, welcome to back my channel. I hope everyone is having a wonderful day. Before starting the video, please go ahead and hit the subscribe button and give this video a thumbs up. WWE Women's Intercontinental Champion Becky Lynch is all set to face Maxine Dupri in a rematch for the title. At the time of this writing, the man has been champion for 162 days. Big Time Bex is the favorite to retain her title against Maxine. However, if she loses the bout and drops the gold, she could quit Monday Night Raw out of frustration. Lynch could be away until Survivor Series War Games 2025 before returning for a potential feud against AJ Lee. Becky Lynch has impressed fans with her work as the Women's Intercontinental Champion. She has been carrying Raw's mid-card division on her shoulders for a while, elevating up-and-coming talents like Lyra Valkyria and Maxine Dupri. However, fans are now firmly behind Maxine and want her to dethrone the man to win her first-ever title. Lynch could lose to the Alpha Academy member in NSG before going on a short break from WWE TV. This would allow her to prepare for her next big program while portraying Maxine as a credible performer on the main roster. Upon her comeback, Lynch could finally face AJ Lee in a singles match and possibly re-enter the world title picture on the red brand. That said, the angle proposed above is speculative, and only time will tell what lies ahead for Lynch. Apart from Lynch's title defense on Monday Night Raw at Madison Square Garden, fans could see another champion put his title on the line. John Cena could issue an open challenge for the Intercontinental Championship. The Senation leader captured the Intercontinental Championship and became a Grand Slam champion last week on the flagship show in Boston. He beat the Judgment Day's Dominic Mysterio to capture the gold. Tonight, Dirty Dom could finally get his rematch against the Chain Gang Soldier. Dominic might recapture the title and secure a potential career-defining win over Cena in the latter's last-ever match on WWE Raw. This could firmly establish the upstart as a main event talent for years to come. As of now, this is mere speculation, and it will be interesting to see what plans Triple H and the creative team have in store for the flagship show. Will the Women's Intercontinental and Intercontinental titles change hands at NSG? Only time will tell. Becky Lynch's shocking championship loss at WWE Raw inside the legendary Madison Square Garden has sent shockwaves through the wrestling world, and whispers of a potential walkout have only amplified the chaos. The man's defeat wasn't just another title switch. It felt like the beginning of a deeper fracture between Becky and WWE's current direction, fueling speculation that she may be on the verge of quitting the company altogether. While it wouldn't be the first time Lynch's future became a hot topic, this moment feels different. Her body language after the match, her absence from post-show interviews, and the eerie silence on social media have sparked theories that the situation might be far more serious than what's being shown on screen. For years, Becky Lynch has been one of WWE's most reliable cornerstones, a performer who effortlessly embraced every role given to her, from anti-hero to nostalgia-driven main event attraction. Yet recent weeks have highlighted subtle signs of frustration. Inconsistent booking, abrupt promo angles, stop-start storylines, and the growing sense that her championship reigns no longer receive the same creative priority they once did. Losing the title at NSG, a venue where WWE typically delivers career-defining moments, only magnified the emotional weight of the situation. NSG often symbolizes legacy, and for Becky to leave without acknowledgement, celebration, or even a storyline follow-up is unusual enough to raise eyebrows. Sources backstage reportedly indicated that Lynch didn't appear in the post-match script rundown and was rushed out of the arena immediately after cameras went off. This has led many to wonder whether her frustration finally hit a boiling point. Becky is known for being vocal about her creative choices when necessary, but rarely has she reached a point where internal tension becomes visible to fans. This time, everything from her uncharacteristically subdued ring entrance to her blank stare at the final bell painted a picture of a superstar who may be wondering if her WWE journey has reached its natural conclusion. Another major factor fueling these rumors is Becky's contract situation, which has been a recurring talking point for months. Although WWE has attempted to lock down its biggest stars with long-term deals, Lynch's willingness to explore outside opportunities has been reported several times. Hollywood has shown interest in her, streaming networks have pitched action-based series around her persona, and several major brands have reached out regarding ambassador roles. Fans have also pointed out the shift in Becky's booking since the rise of newer main event stars on Raw. Wrestlers like Liv Morgan, Rhea Ripley, Jade Cargill, and even rising prospects from NXT have consumed more of the spotlight. While Becky has always supported the next generation, she has also publicly stated that her character needs meaningful stakes to thrive. Being placed in storylines that end abruptly or feel repetitive may have contributed to her frustration. The MSG title loss felt sudden, unceremonious, and disconnected from her momentum, an unusual sign for a performer of her stature. WWE officials, on the other hand, are reportedly hopeful that this is not a sign of an exit, but rather part of a carefully designed storyline meant to fuel a massive redemption arc. Creative teams often use losses as stepping stones to reposition big stars for even bigger moments, and Lynch's emotional reaction could be part of a long-term plan leading into the Royal Rumble season or a potential WrestleMania showdown. Becky is a proven ratings draw, and WWE knows how valuable she is, especially with so many top names out or transitioning into part-time roles. Letting her walk away, intentionally or not, would leave a noticeable gap in the women's division. Social media also plays a role in amplifying uncertainty. Becky's refusal to comment, tease a promo, or even acknowledge the loss has created a vacuum that fans are desperate to fill. In past situations, she would either poke fun at herself or fuel speculation with cryptic messages. This time, she has gone completely silent. That silence is louder than any tweet she could have posted. It signals either emotional exhaustion or an intentional strategy to intensify the mystery surrounding her status. Some insiders believe Becky's frustration may not be directly tied to the title loss, but to long-term creative disagreements that have been brewing since before SummerSlam. Several ideas reportedly pitched for her earlier in the year were dropped last minute, and changes to match outcomes without proper build have left her feeling creatively stagnant. Wrestlers at her level thrive on layered storytelling, long arcs, and character evolution. When these elements become inconsistent, frustration becomes inevitable. Additionally, the demands of WWE's relentless schedule might be weighing heavily on her. Becky has openly spoken about balancing motherhood, travel, and performance. Losing the title at a major show may have triggered a reassessment of priorities. Is the grind worth it if she doesn't feel fulfilled creatively? For someone who has already achieved nearly everything, multiple championships, WrestleMania main events, global stardom, the motivation to stay must come from passion, not necessity. However, fans shouldn't assume that a walkout is guaranteed. Becky Lynch has repeatedly proven she thrives under pressure. She has bounced back from injuries, backstage tension, and long breaks. In fact, she often delivers her best work when the odds seem stacked against her. WWE may use this chaos as a launching pad to reinvent her character once again, possibly turning her into an anti-establishment rebel similar to the era-defining version of the man that fans fell in love with years ago. WWE also understands the value of real-life tension, and it wouldn't be surprising if the company chooses to lean into these rumors. A storyline built around Becky being overlooked or disrespected by management could generate massive engagement. Many of the greatest wrestling angles began with a seed of truth buried beneath the fiction. If Becky's frustration is real, WWE may capitalize on it rather than ignore it. As it stands, the chances of Becky Lynch quitting WWE sit somewhere in the middle, not impossible, but far from guaranteed. She is undoubtedly frustrated, and the MSG loss magnifies the emotional weight of recent creative issues. But she is also fiercely loyal to her craft and understands her unparalleled impact on the women's division. Her choice will likely depend on how WWE responds in the coming weeks. If they offer her compelling direction, meaningful rivalries, and long-term plans, she may stay and rebuild. If they continue dismissing her momentum, the door to an exit may be closer than anyone expected. For now, fans can only watch and wait. What happens next could define the future of both Becky Lynch and the WWE Women's Division. Her silence speaks volumes, her loss at NSG feels like a turning point, and the wrestling world is left wondering if the man is preparing to walk away from the company she helped elevate into a new era. Whether this is frustration boiling over or the start of an unforgettable comeback story remains to be seen. But one thing is certain: Becky Lynch has never been more unpredictable, and WWE has never had more reason to keep her. Thanks for watching this video, and please subscribe our WWE official YouTube channel for more update news.